we're having our Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. I'm doing a lot of cooking. There's going to be a lot of people here, and I'm going to start prepping as much as I can. That way it's not so chaotic on Christmas Eve. I'm going to start with making the dessert first for Christmas dinner, which is apple cider cake mix. So, let's go. Each bag calls for a half a cup of milk. So 2 bags, 1 cup. Get your oven preheated at 400 degrees while we get this mixed around and stir it up. Go ahead and grease your pan. And get that batter in there. While I'm still waiting for that to heat up to put the cake in the oven, I am making homemade stuffing, and that requires a cup of diced celery and onions. I'm going to pre-dice them now, so all I have to do is take them out, put them in the frying pan, and saute them down. Cake's in, celery's done. Take them veggie scraps and shove them in your downsized bag so that you can make veggie stock. Oh damn, that onion was a spicy nugget. But here's the veggies for the homemade stuffing. I got the rest of the onion cut up because I saute onions and put them in my seasoned collard greens with some bacon bits. Veggie scrap bags looking real good. Pot of water, bring it to a boil because we're gonna be hard boiling the eggs too for deviled eggs. Cake's not quite done yet, but I've got 2 bags of freeze-dried apples here. I'm gonna make a nice cinnamon glaze to put over top of the cake and then crunch these up and sprinkle it on top as a nice little crunch to the cake. The cake is done. I'm going to let it cool, and then I'm going to make the glaze for the top of it. I'm going to make the glaze for the cake. It is cooled down just enough that it's not going to melt the glaze. We're going to do 2 cups of powdered sugar. Wow, that was the tedious part. Sift it through that fine mesh strainer that I had going there. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of cinnamon, since it is an apple cider cake, and you know, cinnamon goes with apple cider. So with 2 cups of powdered sugar, it takes anywhere from 4 to 6 tablespoons of liquid. I'm using milk because I want it a little creamy. I started off with the 4. I'm gonna stir this in and see if I need to add more. The cinnamon glaze is looking quite yummy as it is. I got a big old spoon here so I can drizzle it on the cake, but I want to try it. So, that is yummy. Okay, maybe I didn't drizzle it. I covered the whole entire cake with that glaze. Now, let's get these apple crunchies on top. Okay, after taste testing these, I decided against doing that because these are not crunchies, they are freeze-dried, and if they hit that liquid, it's gonna turn into mush. So we're not doing the apple crunchies. Cake is done and put away, hard-boiled eggs are done, and this is all gonna go in the refrigerator until I start prep cooking again tomorrow for Christmas Eve, because I've still got a few more things I need to do. Welcome to day 2 of prepping food for Christmas Eve dinner. We are prepping the green bean casserole right now. I've got 3 cans of green beans in here. And if you didn't see the previous video, I made cream of mushroom soup from scratch. So we're just gonna put a generous amount in here to coat the green beans. I'm gonna start off with 2 ladlefuls first. I'm gonna stir this up and see what it looks like. All right, that is what she's looking like. I'm gonna take half a bag of these crispy onions, mix them inside, save the rest for when I pop it in the oven tomorrow to sprinkle on top. This is done. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge for tomorrow. Next up, I'm going to make a jalapeno cranberry cream cheese dip. This is a jellied cranberry sauce instead of the whole cranberry sauce. So I got a little pot that I put water in because I'm gonna cook this down, kind of get it into a smoother consistency. But I put water in there because I did not want it to scorch to the bottom. While that's cooking down a little bit, I've got 1 big jalapeno that I'm going to very finely dice up. In a bowl, 1.5 bricks of room temperature cream cheese. The only reason I say 1.5 instead of 2 is because the other half of the brick is going in my mashed potatoes tomorrow. All right, this is gelled down and cooled down enough. There is really no exact recipe on this. It all depends on taste, how much cranberry you want in with the cream cheese, how much jalapeno you want. So I'm gonna start off with half a can first. When I tasted it, it was still very cream cheese heavy, so I put the other can in it. That's what it's gonna look like. Jalapenos. It might need more. I don't know yet. That was actually the perfect amount of jalapenos. I'm gonna put a couple splashes of lemon juice in here just to give it a little bit something. Put it in the fridge for a couple of hours and let it set up. It's been a couple hours. It is not completely set up yet because it is a super huge batch, but we're gonna try this with a cracker and everything. It is so yummy. My brother was just down here getting food out of the refrigerator, and I had it open. He tried it. He was like, "Ooh, I like that." Just brother approved. Yay! There might be something else I'm doing tonight. I don't know yet. But it needs to get all prepped because tomorrow's gonna be a big day. I gotta do the turkey, the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, and just all the things. Anybody who wants tzatziki sauce? We're measuring with our heart over here. Half a cup of Greek yogurt. Half a cup of sour cream. Mix it together. Might need a little bit more than this. I might have to do a 1 cup ratio because she likes her tzatziki. I don't have fresh dill, so we're using dried dill. You have to use a lot more of the dried seasoning to get the same punch of flavor as you would with the fresh seasoning. I think I put about 2 tablespoons in there. Mix that up. A little bit of salt and pepper. And about a capful splash of lemon juice. And mix that up. I had to add a little bit more dill, some more salt, and a little more splash of lemon pepper, but that is what it's looking like. And that is yummy. So that was day 2 of prepping food for Christmas dinner. I am tired, and I still have a couple more dishes left to do. I need to take a shower and pull the turkey out of the refrigerator and put it in the sink overnight to make sure it's completely thawed out, because it's been in the refrigerator thawing since December 19th, right before I went to bed at 11 o'clock. So stay tuned for that.